Hi guys, welcome back to Onset. So today we're going to be talking fashion marketing, but before we get into that, let's talk fashion news. So in terms of fashion news, there was quite a lot happening, I won't lie. The first one I want to bring up is that Y Project is officially shutting down after 14 years.
Yeah.
I was actually kind of sad about that.
Yeah.
Because
I
I do
love Y
enjoy Y
Project.
Project.
I really like their jeans and their ruche styling that they used to do.
And that tank
And
top
that
even, that
invisible strap
like, which
tank
now
top.
has been obviously ripped off
By
100
Shein,
times.
Sure.
But that was quite
That
innovative.
was genius. That
That
top
was
was
a really
genius.
cute top, yeah.
So fun and
Yeah.
yeah.
I even bought it now. I'm like, ye to.
No, it's
Now-
a
now you have
grail piece.
collector's
It's an
item.
archive
Great
piece.
piece.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
but
anyone wants to
collector's
buy it for
item.
$2,000 off of me.
No,
But
but
yeah,
yeah.
no. And to me, that feels crazy because, like, I think just running a business seems so interesting to me because on the surface, it seems like Y Project is doing so well. They're doing all these
Right?
collabs. They're on Instagram. Things are going viral. Like, do you guys remember the middle finger, like, earrings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went crazy. So, to me, like, how can a brand that's making waves like that not be doing well? Like,
I don't really
Which-
understand. I
I
tried
don't
to
get it.
Yeah, I
Like,
tried to figure out why they shut. So
think
after Glenn
bankruptcy.
Martin's announced his exit, like a couple of other like senior, like their management also left. And after that, they were trying to sell the brand instead of finding a creative director, which
okay.
I thought was interesting. So because they couldn't find a buyer, they basically
Yeah.
have a cash flow issue, and so they shut it.
Yeah.
that's so
But,
interesting.
and
Which
that just tells you that like on the surface, or you just never know. There's a
Yeah.
lot more that goes into sustaining a business
than
and like
just
running than
internet
just-
hype or
Yeah.
you know, like, virality.
Because if
Yeah.
you think about even those middle finger earrings, like
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if
how
anyone's gonna buy
feasible is
them.
it for
Yeah.
someone to wear
I
it
don't know.
out all the time?
Some people
It's very
would
niche
wear it.
audience.
Yeah,
It's
and
a
you're gonna
very
wear it
niche,
one
yeah.
time, it's gonna be a statement. You're gonna wear it 2 times, it's gonna be a statement. Then
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, "Acha, theek hai, ye."
One statement.
We
that I
get
have.
the statement. Yeah,
Got your
exactly.
statement.
So yeah, I guess unfortunate. Unfortunate. They had
I find
really
it
nice
funnier
stuff.
than it is actually.
No, it's pretty
Funny.
funny. I can.
Sorry,
In the
guys.
sense, imagine if I was wearing, instead of these earrings, I was wearing those middle finger earrings for like
Every
3
time,
episodes.
And
like,
I'd
yeah,
be like, I
like,
respect your.
every time I'd be like,
you know,
wow,
your-
wow.
I
You'd be
respect
the only
it.
one. You'd be the
Yeah.
only one. Everybody else would be
Yeah.
like, is she
Yeah, but they'd be like,
alright?
yeah, we've seen it. It's been done.
Got your statement.
But they have a lot more than that. It's
Yeah.
just,
They
it's just
do.
sad that it's shut. But what I
Yeah.
do, not gonna lie, love is when whenever a brand shuts down, they have these like archive sales, like these sample sale prices,
Yeah.
and it's really
Apparently,
fun. Like
it's
80%
sold out
off.
in like 2 days, apparently.
Oh, they already
days?
had their archive sale.
Yeah. They
Great.
announced it.
Missed
They
it.
announced that they were closing it 2 weeks ago, and they opened up like they're like apparently like a warehouse. In
I think
Paris.
they do a warehouse.
That's
They do
the
like a
best way
store.
of going about
I
it. Also,
wish we lived in a-
Dion Lee. Yeah.
Even they shut down. And
They shut down?
They shut down?
I think so. Let me check.
You're
It
saying
happened
these
very
things, but-
recently. Only 1 second.
I know they
Verifying
always have
information.
archive sales, but I didn't know that they shut down.
Yeah, I found
in
it too late.
In these times, I wish I lived in like a major city like this because you would have no
I
access.
don't think they're shut down.
On what basis are you telling people that they shut? Just
What
because they had an
brand?
archive
There was
sale?
a brand though that shut down. There was an archive
Helmet
sale,
Line.
but they're
Helmet
creating a
Line?
store right now, so that's not them.
Helmet
Okay,
Lang-
never
no,
mind.
Helmet
I
Lang-
think it was
No, not
Helmet.
even
No,
them.
No,
Not even them.
no, it wasn't Helmet Lang.
no, because that was because
Helmet
Peter
Lang
Doe
just
left.
left.
Yeah, he
That's
just
not
left.
Whatever.
We will
Point
find out.
is,
It's not
there was a
shutting down.
brand similar.
A
and it
brand
shut.
out in the world is
Has
shutting
shut
down.
It's
down.
shut down, and there was
Shutting
an
down.
80% off, and it happened. And
Yeah. We would have been first in line at these kinds of things.
So
Yeah.
I remember last year on TikTok it was super viral, but the Dover Street Market archive sale that they have,
that was incredible.
it's like 90% off, 80%
Yeah.
off. People are dying going on. I'm like,
but the line is so long, so
I'd
so
stay
long.
in the
and
line
I
if
would.
we had access. We
I
don't
have,
even
by the way,
have
I've done
access.
this. I remember for my first pair of sneakers, like I stood in line for 8 hours.
oh my
No,
god.
you
when I
didn't.
went, yes, I did.
Not for 8 hours.
Yes, Maheen, for my Air Force Ones. I remember when I went in.
For Air Force Ones?
Yes. I was
All that for
recently
a
getting
mid
into it.
Air Force.
Firstly,
Mid
it was-
as in
I
not
love Air
mid
Force
level. Mid
yeah,
as
mids,
in they're
I know,
mids.
but it was also 5 years
Not like
ago.
mid.
I was like, dang, you shitting on my shoe.
No. It was
It's
also
just
5 years
mids.
ago. Okay, people enjoyed
At that
them
point,
then.
yeah.
And I remember when I got in, I'm taking my shoes, and my card got rejected, and I'm like,
Pakistani
what
card.
the heck? And I've called my dad, I'm like, Baba, please, right now, please make it work. Like, I cannot leave this line right now. Because they're like, if you leave, then you're out of the
You're
queue
the-
and we're going to
yeah,
give it to someone else.
Oh.
And now they're having a breakdown. Like, I just waited for 8 hours in line. Please, my dad's calling HBL Bank. He's like, please. He's like,
Let
I'm in
this
a meeting
transaction
right now. It
through.
can't happen. Point is, very stressful.
Got them
But they saw me
eventually.
crying, and then they held on to it.
Aw.
And then my friend came, bailed me out, and then, yeah.
Love that.
Point is,
That's
it was
amazing.
very
Happy
dramatic.
ending.
Happy ending. I
Happy
have them now,
ending.
but I did do that once. Yeah.
Speaking of other statement like things, Balenciaga, of course, has come up with another statement.
I think
the
it's-
barefoot
yeah.
shoe.
I think it's so interesting that all our news today actually links so interestingly to our topic, which you guys will hear. But that's actually so true.
Yeah.
I kind of like them. I think they're kind of chic.
I'm not mad
What's
about them
there
either.
like about that?
I think it's the first. I mean, people have done the barefoot shoe
Yeah.
before, but it's always just been like the sole, right?
Exactly,
I
but
feel
this kind
like
of
this is more
reaches
interesting in
the
the sense that
toe.
it kind of like, you know how we have our like chappals, they have like the
Yeah.
single thing on their
Yeah.
big toe.
Big
yeah.
toe.
It's like that, which I found was
Yeah.
quite interesting.
I think it's cool.
Like, it's cool. I feel like, you know, if it's done right, it's not that bad. But I don't think I'd spend on that shoe.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
how
mean,
much it
yeah.
costs.
What
though.
is the price point for
I
these?
don't
probably
I-
$1,000.
Probably.
If it is that,
Probably
then that's
1,500.
absolutely wild.
Yeah,
Let me
I've
search
never
it up.
done that.
Look it up. Look it up.
But Balenciaga, it's fine. At this point, it's okay. We've all had a long day. There's sock shoes as well. Like,
I wasn't a fan of those.
I
wasn't
would
a fan
never like
ever,
those.
But
Yeah,
those
I never
went
liked those.
off. Like, people were
Yeah.
obsessed with them, you know?
I don't know. I thought that was very overrated. That's my beef with Balenciaga.
It's not even
It's
showing
like,
up right
yeah.
now.
Ooh, that reminds me. I came across an article which we'll talk about at some other point. It was basically like it showed what was happening in 2005 fashion-wise
Okay.
on ID, and they said this is what Balenciaga used to look like in 2005. It's
Oh.
completely
But
different.
was it not like super tailored
Yeah.
and like
Very-
But that was
coats
very
and
in line with their
blazers,
brands, like
original, like
yeah,
out
don't
of
be surprised,
Paris.
everything, yeah.
But yeah,
And now look at it.
does it have the
Hoodies.
price?
No, I can't even find it. For some reason, it's not even showing up for me.
I think
on
they
my
only
Their
phone.
announced
Dior
new.
collections are still kind of in line with that, to be fair. I think it's only their ready to wear, which is a little more like, I don't know,
Street
gimmicky and
wear.
silly sometimes and absurd
garbage bag.
sometimes. Yeah.
I can't get
The
over
chips,
that.
the pack
chip,
of
the
chips
Lay's
bag,
one.
yeah.
There's a high chance TikTok is gonna get banned.
It's not gonna
That's
get
the
banned.
latest.
It's upsetting me.
It's not gonna get banned.
Let's say
I think it'll be fine.
Let's say because we're gonna find out on the 19th. I think they're
But
said
nothing's been declared. I feel like people have already started posting, okay, hey, I love
See
you
you
guys.
guys.
See you guys on YouTube.
Moving on Instagram,
Yeah,
yeah.
follow my socials, which to me,
My
I feel
angle
bad.
was though.
Yeah.
Do you think that's gonna affect like our topic, marketing for fashion?
So true. Yeah.
That's
it
the
would,
thing, right?
because
Short
I feel like all
form,
the trends
viral
kind of come out of
content, yeah.
TikTok now, you
Yeah.
know.
or things
but-
go viral on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People speculate on TikTok. You know?
But I also feel like people are gonna be so quick to jump on another platform that's super similar or find like an alternative,
Yeah.
like ASAP.
I think
because-
someone's gonna, if they shut down TikTok, I'm sure someone else will revive it. Like I don't know.
No,
How to,
I don't think they can revive it. It's
They
like banned. But there's another app called Red Note or something like that. Another Chinese app, and everyone's joking about. We're like, okay, ban this.
move
We're
to
gonna go
that.
there now.
See you guys on
Interesting.
Kick.
Yeah. Oh, do you guys remember Kick?
See you guys on Kick.
I was a kicker. I
Kicker?
kicked.
Is that what they were called?
I kicked
I
hard.
kicked hard.
Yeah, I kicked so hard back in the day.
I wasn't a Kick girl. I was a
and
BBM
was it
girl.
always?
I was kicked because I didn't have a BBM at
Oh,
that
I
time.
had
had
a
both.
BlackBerry.
Oh, dang!
kind of
Look at you connected.
Scary. Yeah.
She had an iPad where she talked to strangers on Kick. No, she didn't.
No, I never had strangers being my one best friend from school, maybe. But
But,
I never seen strangers.
Interesting.
She makes stuff up at this point for shock
For the
value. Yeah,
podcast.
for the podcast.
She talked to
But it was
strangers.
fun.
My last piece of news I want to bring up is Maheen also shared this with me because this has been happening in the interwebs. Apparently,
Oh, yeah.
Jonathon Anderson is moving to Dior.
That
Apparently.
Apparently,
Again.
it hasn't been confirmed.
Yeah.
But when I checked this morning, a new contender has entered the mix.
Oh.
Who?
Heidi Slimma has entered the mix.
take her out. Take
But
it
I
out.
feel like that
think-
would make more sense,
Sense,
than
yeah.
Really, I think
Jonathan-
breathed new life into the brand.
Like he did with Loewe, but
Yeah.
for me, it's just his masterful run at Loewe. I don't really want.
I don't want it to end.
I don't
even.
want it. It's a
Like,
masterful
so
run.
incredible there.
He bought
Like,
back a
Memento pouch.
brand. He bought back a brand that nobody was talking
That's so
about.
true.
in
yeah,
5
and
years.
now everyone knows about it. And
Everybody
yeah.
knows about it
Everybody
now.
knows
So I
about
feel
it.
like that you can't really mimic that. I think that
can't.
they think that you can do that with Dior,
Yeah.
which Dior does need.
They
But
need,
being a
but
revival, it is
yeah.
It's
boring as hell
yeah,
for me.
it's
I was
very
gonna say
bad, yeah.
fugly.
It is. It is fugly.
It's
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah.
It's really fugly.
Yeah.
Try.
But I don't know. I'm more interested in seeing Heidi Slimma take over.
Yeah,
that
I
could be
think
fun,
that
yeah.
I think it could be
more
interesting.
But I
sense for
feel
me
like-
with like the
Then it just looked like Celine. Like I don't
Would
know.
it though? Because
I feel like it would.
It's been so different and unique compared to like YSL or Celine that I feel like he can't do the same thing
But
again.
why said Celine? I felt like looked
no, they
similar
don't
with
look
him.
similar.
With him when he was there.
I feel like their house codes were similar enough that
Yeah,
you could do
That
that.
could
I guess
happen,
Celine
yeah.
and YSL generally have a lot of overlap. in terms of
Overlap.
the
There always
body
was
and
overlap.
aesthetic.
Stuff,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I guess.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Interesting though, but I think kind of recircling back with the TikTok ban thing, like what do you think people are gonna do actually now? Like, if that is to if that does shut, what then?
I
Because
honestly think the
Are they
closest thing.
creators or what? Like
Yeah.
they put Instagram
Creators.
Reels, I guess.
Instagram Reels is the closest thing. And that would
Yeah.
work for Meta also. That's
well,
probably what
obviously Meta has funded this ban probably
Yeah.
in the first place, but I
because
just
they
feel
know
like
that that's the closest thing they can jump onto. I can't-
Snapchat, baby.
what would Bryce Hall do now? Like
Bryce was not even that popular.
he's
on
not
TikTok
that
right
popular
now.
anymore. But what would he do?
I don't know.
I don't know.
And
Vine?
Addison Rae
maybe,
is
oh,
so
maybe it's
ahead
time
of
for
her.
Vine to come back.
Vine.
Yeah.
But why did Vine shut down?
That's a
I
good
feel
question.
like
I don't remember.
anyone
now.
who blew up in 2020 and diversified and kind of broke out of this little box, which was TikTok, I think they're so smart. For like Addison Rae, like imagine
Yeah,
she
she, like-
still was
Yeah.
a TikToker
Yeah.
first, you
What
know.
did Alex Earl do?
Now she.
What about-
what
what about the
Alex
D'Amelio
Earl
sisters?
do?
What would Alex Earl do?
The D'Amelio sisters.
They're
But
off.
they've
They're
dropped
not
out.
even
They're on
doing TikTok.
Dancing with the Stars.
They're
They
just
have a
doing
random
whatever.
shoe
Oh yeah, they have their own
collection.
reality TV show also.
I don't
on
think
Hulu.
I don't think
runs
that's doing so well,
anymore.
but yeah,
Or
they
does
do
it?
have that.
I don't know.
I
I've
don't
never
think
seen
anyone.
it.
That was a
watches it.
really stupid show.
That
Like,
I was never really into it. Like TikTok is not something I've ever bought into. I'll be very honest.
buy into it right now. It's
Well,
incredible.
I guess.
I
Before
love
it
TikTok.
shuts, please buy into it.
Fair.
It's life changing.
Fair. Worth considering. So, our topic for today is about brands generating buzz. So, we're going to be doing like a case study of like fashion marketing and like 3 different brands, potentially 4,
Potentially four.
that have really sort of, I guess, capitalized.
Disrupted?
Yeah,
Yeah.
disrupted.
Disrupted
Yeah,
the
disrupted is a
industry?
good word. It disrupted the industry.
Stood out.
Mm-hmm. And tapped into pop culture more than anything and generated buzz. And it's almost like you don't really think about it in terms of being like a well thought out plan because it seems so natural.
Yeah,
I
it
think
feels
that's
organic
that's
to
another
them.
big part of
Brand
it
is
is
their
that
identity,
it seems
yeah.
very authentic.
Yeah.
So the first one up, quickly want to talk about because I guess this would be a really big disruptor. Skims.
Skims is really good
doing
at that.
crazy.
We spoke about it in the last episode as well.
Yeah, but
think they've
I guess more in
always-
detail now, like in the sense
Yeah.
that like shapewear has always existed. Basics,
Yeah.
essentials have always existed. But the way I think Skims has done it and made it such like a
Made it
household
cool.
name and a cool,
Yeah.
and it's like like people would be embarrassed to wear Spanx before.
Yeah,
Spanx
or
is
like
like
admit
derogatory
that they're wearing
Yeah.
Spanx, but
Spanx.
now,
Now,
it's
now I'm
like,
like, I'm wearing Skims. Like I want
Yeah.
to tell you guys that I'm
Yeah.
wearing Skims. You know, so I don't know. Like
but that's because of her, because she would kind of like tease at it, like.
Go
Sorry,
on.
guys. But she would tease it like Pele because she's so it's so synonymous with her,
Yeah.
like shapewear and like
perfect hourglass body.
exactly.
And it's interesting because another brand which we'll talk about where I guess the seed was planted like
Yeah.
well in advance was when like, before Skims even launched, she was already showing that I would tape my body
this
like
is how I
this,
see the body,
and I
this is
would
how I
wear
wear
shapewear
this.
like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And like I thought it was interesting because the brand story was there was a gap in the market.
Yeah.
And there was,
And, yeah,
to be
there
fair.
was,
For
yeah.
good shapewear,
And-
there was.
and
yeah.
Or
like you
cool
said.
shapewear,
Yeah.
not embarrassing. You know,
And like you said,
Fancy
Spanx,
cuts.
Spanx
Yeah.
was derogatory.
Spanx
it
is
was
a
not.
Spanx. Like it's not a good thing.
I don't think
you know?
anyone wanted to admit that they're wearing it back in the
Spanx,
day.
yeah.
I feel like now it's pretty.
I think she's done
yeah.
that by just like tapping into whoever is relevant and cool right now. Like
Yeah.
they did Pamela Anderson. They did those as we
White
discussed.
Lotus,
Those white
Kim
Lotus
Cattrall.
girls.
Yeah.
They did
Lana Del
Kim
Rey.
Cattrall.
They did
Lana Del
Jason
Rey.
Derulo.
No,
That-
Usher.
Where did Jason Derulo come from? Firstly,
Usher.
Wasn't it
right
Bad
before
Bunny
the
also?
Super Bowl.
Yes, right before
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Wasn't it
Which
also
is so
Bad
smart
Bunny?
as well.
at one point, or like one guy, Neymar. Sorry,
Neymar, yeah.
Neymar.
So Skims Men,
That's
that was
Neymar.
brilliant
That
on
was
their
crazy.
part. Yeah.
That
They got-
campaign was
yeah.
crazy.
They got
Skims
Jude
Man.
Bellingham also, the football player. And then they also sponsored the Paralympic team of the US, I think it was.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
crazy. Like, she is
strategic,
Very strategic.
strategic
Like finger on the pulse, they're always like 5
Yeah.
steps ahead. Which
and
I
also
really
in
like.
every like kind of niche. Well, not niche. These are big
No, no.
worlds like
But,
football,
like,
like music,
Anything you could
fashion,
think of
acting,
industry-wise, they
TV.
covered.
They adapt into
they,
it.
Yeah,
they
they have.
covered it. But like for instance, even with Bridgerton, now Kim Kardashian's a very big fan of Bridgerton.
they got
She got Nicola Coughlan
yeah.
to do the campaign
That's
right
crazy.
before.
So
It's
smart.
just genius.
and a lot of different body types, a lot of different ages,
and
a lot of
like
yeah.
your complexion,
complexion, lots of diversity. I think she's just done, and I think this was a good example of like organic kind of brand to come out of someone's identity,
Their
like
own brand,
brand.
you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
In
Because
the
sometimes it
same-
feels like a cash grab,
yeah,
you know,
in
like
the same way that we
most
said it feels
times, yeah.
authentic,
It
it
feels so
really does
authentic,
because
yeah.
it's like she's shown that she was genuinely interested in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
This is something she's been thinking about.
Yeah.
Again, right people, right time. They always
Yeah.
chose
Yeah.
diversity, inclusion. They've
Yeah.
they've
Yeah.
shown, like you said, every single age group that they're targeting wearing their clothes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just
Even
did
their
such a
like
good job at it.
TikTok again, like TikTok marketing is really, really good. Like
Yeah.
they have all the best, like not even just the best, they have everyone. They cover everyone when
Yeah.
it comes to their
And I think
PR.
another thing that they were smart to capitalize on were these TikTok trends, like the clean girl aesthetic. Now like wearing the Skims like t-shirt is like synonymous with like clean girl
Yeah.
aesthetic. Like, you know, wearing like their loungewear is synonymous with
Yeah.
clean girl aesthetic, which
Yeah.
actually ties into what we're going to talk about next also. But
Yeah.
I think they did a very good job of like,
Yeah.
More so than her other brands because those are definitely cash grabs.
Yeah.
I don't know how
They
much
feel
cash
it.
she's grabbing with those
Yeah.
brands.
I
which
don't
one
think-
is KKW,
Skin
Contour,
and
and all that kind of
skin,
stuff.
by
the
Kim.
makeup
What's Skin? Oh,
brand,
yeah.
and then
But see, we don't even think about that.
And
Because
Kai
it's so
by
relevant.
Kylie, that feels like a cash grab.
Yeah.
but that's actually not doing that badly. I
Is
think
it?
it's not the worst.
Who buys Kai by Kylie?
I don't know. Not
I
me,
want
but-
to. I won't lie. I want
It
to.
looks cool.
It looks
Yeah.
nice,
but
but
I
like,
just don't
But it looks
know.
like gentrified.
You know what it is,
Zara.
though?
Not even
This is
gentrified.
like-
yeah,
just Zara.
but no, but
It
it's
just looks
also
like
like,
meshki.
do you remember when she came up with Kylie Swim?
Yeah, and then
And-
she recycled those in
And-
Kai. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
but also,
Yeah, she did.
also
That was a whole
because
scandal.
I remember everybody was like, "Oh my god, it's gonna look so good!" Like Kylie looks so good wearing it, so like I'm gonna look so good wearing it.
Yeah.
And then they got it,
And it just
and
didn't
it
look
was
anything like
look
that.
nothing
Nothing
like
like,
how
yeah, what do you
they
think?
said it was like a string; it wouldn't stay in place. It was see through.
Yeah, that was really
So,
big.
That's the thing. And I
Issue.
feel like the reason why Skims, aside from the fact that they are, like you said, finger on the pulse, is because I've tried their.
And same.
It's really good.
It's
What
really,
Skims?
really
Yeah,
good.
and it
Skims
actually
is
makes you
really
feel good
good.
and look
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
And
their
that's-
cinching.
It
I don't have an
cinches. I
hourglass.
have a bodysuit from there.
I do as
Actually, I have
well.
shapewear from there.
I have yeah, some of their shapewear. Yeah,
Yeah.
Honestly, worth it. I was very
crazy.
skeptical. I was
Yeah, same.
scared to
Sucks
get
you
it.
in.
it sucks you in.
But
Like,
it was
no
really
excess
good.
anywhere. That's it.
Yeah.
It was really good. So
Yeah.
I feel like it all the user like experience ties in
Yeah.
with their marketing. That's why I feel like
Yeah.
it's doing.
Yeah.
so well.
However, you can also get a Skins dupe on Amazon,
I'm
which
sure,
I
yeah.
think is from the same retailer. Like literally, the amount of
I'm
people
not
that have bought
surprised.
it.
even the t-shirts that the
Yeah, the
t-shirts.
t-shirts are
I'm
what
just
Kenny
talking about the
talking
t-shirts to be fair, and
Hmm.
not the
Yeah.
fair.
yeah.
But I guess another celebrity before this brand became a thing. Hailey Bieber. Now,
I love her. I love
Rhode.
her.
I personally have tried one product of Rhode. I liked it. I tried their what was it the
Peptide.
the
Lip
glazed
treatment?
The glazed serum thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like that. I would love to get my hands on
Oh.
some more.
So interesting. I actually didn't like that. That's my
Really?
least
Yeah.
favorite product.
What Shani has a lot of road
Yeah,
stuff.
I've tried.
I had the
pretty
lip
much everything
peptides,
from
which
them.
I love, and the
May-
blush I love.
Maybe if I try all the other ones, I'll probably
Yeah.
feel the same way. I
That's
only
actually
tried
the
one.
the milk is really good. I love the lip glosses. That's
Yeah.
my favorite. Apparently the Barry Restore which I got for a birthday.
Which is
never showed
sad
up for
story.
her.
Shani bought this whole road haul for me for my birthday, and I was so excited. I had the limited edition cinnamon one,
Ooh, that's the one I want to get.
and not that pack's getting lost in the mail.
Yeah,
We have
remind
no
me to
idea.
email them.
Oh,
I'll
Yeah,
get a
please
refund.
get a refund. And
Yeah.
I was so excited. I got their pineapple refresh cleanser. I got the Barrier Restore cream. I got the new limited.
You're making me cry right now.
I'm
like,
actually getting sad about it.
gosh.
I check in every day. I was like,
wish.
does someone find it? Like the parcel,
Yeah.
they never
I'm
found
so
it.
sorry for your loss. That's actually
No.
For
heartbreaking.
so
literally
sad.
a loss.
That's
That's the
accurate.
thing.
It's a
It is
loss.
a loss.
It's like I hope you get refunded. Firstly, please get on that.
I hope
I
so.
hope you get refunded. But the thing is, I won't be able to get the limited edition one. Like,
Yeah.
now it's like gone.
Yeah, very.
So
And I'm
sad.
sorry, I'm going to be
unfortunate.
It's
having
so
you
sad.
rehash it because we're going to be talking about the Cinnamon Ones
Oh.
campaign today. I'm
so
so
sorry.
sorry. But it's just because the campaign was also so good.
It's
Aside
so
from
good.
the, like, so let's get into
Yeah.
Rhode.
Yeah.
I think what Rhode does really well is tying in food with their marketing
Sensory
campaign, which is
marketing.
a very like popular kind of device and tool to use. Like, and her things are so like flavor based.
Yeah.
So it makes a lot of sense.
But still clean. Like
Very-
you
yeah.
feel like it's super
Yeah, it's
clean.
so
So that's the
smart.
thing. That's the thing about it. Is I feel like she tied in all those like the food aspect and the trend aspect very nicely with what
Very
Rhode is
seamlessly,
supposed
yeah.
to
even
be.
the Air One smoothie
Yeah.
That
they had
was
a-
just
that
the
was
strawberry one.
genius. That was
Collaboration.
genius.
I wanted to have it.
Yeah.
I was
I did as
dying
well.
to have
But
it.
also she is also so smart. Like she also teased it so early on when she'd make all these YouTube videos and they would be like she's doing Justin Bieber skincare and he just
Her
keep talking
perfect
about oh my
skin.
god you have the best skin, I love you. That was a bit weird as well.
Was
the
it?
way
I
he
haven't
kept
seen that
talking
video.
about that.
Was
Whatever,
it?
that's her husband. But like she was synonymous with having incredible skin
Yeah.
from the get go, and I feel like it just was
Again,
so
very
seamless. Yeah.
organic collaborate like brand coming out of someone's personal brand.
And that was like a good 1-2 years before she even launched Rhode.
Yeah.
So people just like obviously saw her as someone with like great skin. You trust her.
Yeah.
Even with like skincare by Hiram.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so with Hailey Bieber, it was in 2021, I think, when I was obsessed with skincare by Hiram at that point. I was watching every single one of his videos. And I remember he had one video where it was like Hailey Bieber came on and she was talking about her skincare. She said she was an enthusiast. That was the first time she dropped that she needed to have like glazed donut skin.
Yeah.
It was way before.
Yeah.
So she'd already sort of planted the seed. So when Rhode came out with that,
It's
and
so
I was like,
subliminal.
it's perfect.
Also,
It's so
it pays to
subliminal.
have an incredible PR team and marketing team. Honestly, if you think about it, like they must have planned all of this out, like years in advance, and then.
And made
but
it feel
also,
so
like
natural.
it's so crazy that like years in advance, but also the drop was everything was so current when it happened, right? So it's like imagine forecasting,
having that kind of foresight,
then but still executing it.
That's
in
crazy.
a timely kind of.
And I
That's
think
crazy.
she also coined so many of these terms that became so viral on TikTok. Blueberry nails.
Everything, again, everything.
The nails by Zola.
Nails, and then the glazed donut
Literally
nails.
I love the glazed donut.
I did
nails.
that.
I did that too.
I did on my own engagement. Glazed donut chrome nails all the time.
So
then
it's like, I mean, but you know what's interesting is
latte
that
makeup.
it's all food related though. Vanilla latte, this and this.
Tied
like,
in perfectly with every single thing she was launching.
Like her cinnamon one. I'm sorry to bring it up. Krispy Kreme. But you know how she sort of started the campaign for the cinnamon one? She basically posted a video on TikTok saying, this is how I make my cinnamon rolls.
It was so smart.
You don't
all
even think.
tied together.
And like their pop-ups that they do are
it's
fantastic.
Krispy Kreme pop-up.
They did this again, this cinnamon one, sorry. It's cinnamon brown in color. You get a free lip tint, like cinnamon one if you use it. You get to get pictures. And when you're waiting in line, they serve you a cinnamon latte and cinnamon chai.
Yes,
Where
they were
is
doing that.
This
But
is
at
the
their
in
pop-up in
California,
New
I
York when people were
New
waiting
York.
in line for so long. So
Crazy.
they were like, oh, here, have a cinnamon
Even their
glaze.
PR
It's perfect.
packages like had cinnamon rolls in it.
Yeah, and
It's so good. Everything,
so
I think
good.
with Rhode, it's like, aside from the fact that it comes full circle, it's all so satisfying.
It is
There's food
satisfying,
involved. There's like, it's like visceral experience.
I was going to say visual, hearing, taste,
It's
touch,
all-
smell, everything.
yeah.
Like it caters to all the senses.
So honestly,
She's incredible. She's super
masterclass in
smart,
fashion
And she's
marketing.
beautiful.
and she's beautiful, and I
And she
love
dresses
her.
amazing.
And I don't like Selena Gomez, and I'm team
Team
Hailey
Bieber. Team Hailey
all
Bieber.
the way.
I'm team.
yeah.
I'll go team Rhode. I don't really care much about Hailey Bieber or Selena.
Oh, I
I
love
think this
Hailey
had to be
Bieber.
said
I'll go
over
team
here. Sorry,
Established.
Selena.
Fair.
I hate Selena
Not
Gomez.
a fan. Yeah.
I don't really care for Selena Gomez.
I don't even buy where we.
So, we have to talk about this designer and this brand because, I mean, when I think of fashion, marketing, and innovation, this is the brand that always comes up.
Same.
Jacquemus.
I haven't even said it yet.
Jacquemus.
I love
No, I
But
love
she
it.
knew. No, she knew.
knew.
I didn't even need to say
I
it.
knew,
prepped
and I
it.
love him, and he's just so brilliant.
For me, what I think is so interesting is the fact that he has been self-funding himself for
That's
years and years.
insane.
Now
was
he
a
is.
finalist for the LMVH.
Yeah, so he's got some
Uh-huh.
kind of,
Yeah.
but he wasn't owned by a big luxury
No.
brand, and everything that he does feels so homegrown and authentic to
Yeah.
him, and I just
And
think
it's
it's
just
so
fun.
It's just fun. It's
fun,
just like a fresh
beautiful.
take.
It's
Like the
everything,
visuals
yeah.
are fantastic,
Yeah.
even if it's like something simple.
The
and
locations
yeah.
where he has his
Yeah.
fashion shows, incredible every single time.
every
And
single
I
time.
remember the vans with the Chiquito bag
On
that like
it.
drove
Oh
around.
my
I was like,
God.
so
Genius.
cute, so
But
cute.
you know, he is actually looking for funding now, like a minority
it to him.
interest. Huh?
I would
I
gladly
wish I had minority share
Shares,
in
yeah.
his company. I wish, but he is looking for it now. Yeah.
No, but also like
Yeah.
it's so again. I guess clearly the running theme is well thought through. Everything
thought
is
through.
intentional.
Yeah.
His shows, the locations are set, so everything is Instagrammable.
Yeah.
So people will post the pictures, even if it's not for the clothes, which I
Yeah.
find interesting.
It's for the
Yeah,
vibe.
it's
It's
for
for
the
the
vibe.
aesthetic.
Even he himself is a vibe. Like he
Yeah.
is so fun and
His wedding
Have you
was
seen-
so beautiful.
Oh yeah. But have you seen their Instagram like description? They've like updated it recently, and it's basically like full caps him saying, "My name is Jacquemus, and I love stripes, and I love blue, and I
He's
love
so
this."
fun
maybe
and
that's
I love
why
it.
he ties in with like a future collection.
Maybe,
Because again,
yeah.
nothing is without
Just, yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
just that.
purpose.
Like
Also,
the CGI bags that they've
that was
done on
good.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, that's genius. I love that.
even their store is beautiful, innovative, and also like again, finger on the pulse. When this winter shoot came out with Alex Gonzani,
Yeah. Oh my god,
that was an
brilliant.
incredible shoot. It was
And
so fun.
It was
and
so
silly.
much more than
Yeah.
just clothes. It
Yeah.
was.
It was so much
like,
more.
They didn't care about what the clothing item. It was like everything else.
Everything
it's like
all together.
Yeah, what the brand is trying to say about themselves, what they stand for, what they represent. It was so
the faces they attached with it.
Yeah,
So it's
even
more
Bad
like
Bunny.
it's Bad Bunny
Bad
was
Bunny.
a really good one. I remember when
Yeah.
his first campaign, he was wearing the pink dress. People went obviously
Crazy.
it made people angry also.
Yeah.
but it
made
it
people
was the
think,
vibe though, because he's
Yeah.
supposed to be fun. He's supposed
Yeah.
to like push limits.
Yeah.
and like
Wasn't he bisexual also?
I don't know about that. At that point, there was a video where he dressed up like a girl though, so it kind of fit. I don't know
Yeah.
about. I don't
I'm
know
not
about his
sure,
I've
but
heard
I
that
think
he
he just
is or
experiments
something.
with
Yeah.
different
Yeah,
kind
he
of
just, like,
clothing.
he
I don't
doesn't-
think he's.
I've
But I would
heard he
also
is.
just say, like, just as a whole, I think he's
So
the
fun,
best
so
in
yeah.
the
good.
game.
The people that
almost.
they've used, I mean, even Kendall Jenner's
Yeah,
campaigns
that
have
shot
been
with her
fantastic.
butt out fully. Also,
Ah,
like
really?
a hook. That was a hook.
Actually, the
remember
one
that
that I loved was of her. She's wearing. Do you remember that collection where it was like the pink one? So like even during the runway, it was like a blue background. She was wearing like an all pink sort of ensemble.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was basically her wearing that sweater and the pants and the top, and it was basically like her abs were on display. The highlight point was her abs,
And she has
that
incredible
image
abs.
is like
Must
ingrained
be
in my
nice.
brain.
I
Like,
think their
Also-
creative and art director need a raise.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, and
they're
their marketing
doing-
needs a raise. That's what everyone says.
So,
but you
so
guys
good.
remember? I don't know if these are like orchestrated moments, but I remember this moment going viral when Gigi Hadid did that hair flip on the runway.
That
Yeah.
was not orchestrated. I think
but
that
it
was
just goes
But
crazy.
yeah,
it
But, like,
does go
moments like
crazy.
these go crazy.
But it was
like,
mostly for her. I don't think it was so much
but it
for
was
the
also the
clothes.
clothes. It was his show.
I mean, lucky
dress
for
was
him, it
beautiful,
was
though.
his
dress
show.
was beautiful. It was like
but,
backlash. She did what she
yeah.
had to do. Like I just think like
yeah, I feel like the models
Yeah.
have to add
It
that
was-
air.
yeah,
of,
their
like,
flair, yeah.
like drama.
Yeah.
If she hadn't done that, it wouldn't have been as memorable.
yeah, it was like this just
now
just
it's
bad.
like that dress is still on my wish list. If I can never get my
Yeah.
hands on it, I want.
Like-
every time
yeah.
I check that that.
But
Is
it
it there?
is, yeah, it's
It
never
goes.
there.
Can I afford it now?
On
yeah.
Essence, they do have it on
Affordable
80%
now.
off sometimes.
Not 80%, 50%.
70
That's,
easily.
that's still a
Yeah.
lot.
But still, it's
I
still
remember like
expensive.
Yeah.
ages ago I got their bag, and back then their price points were a lot different. They weren't as recognized, and I thought, oh my god, it's such a fine, like no one knows about it. 1 year later, everyone knows about it.
knows about
And
it.
the price points have gone up, and
I regret
yeah.
not being able to get it at that point. I could have gotten it at that point,
Yeah.
but I was like,
Yeah.
you know, it's okay. I'll wait. It's a nice like
It's a
indie
nice
brand.
thing about
Nobody will
it,
find out
yeah.
about it, and
Exactly.
now
You're
it's
not
like I
fired.
can't even afford it.
But I
Ever.
did get it with my first paycheck. I think
Yeah.
that was my first
Fair.
ever bag.
First year
And,
of savings.
Yeah,
That was a
it
good
my-
buy, though.
Yeah, it was a
Her
good.
first
Buy. I mean, I
bag.
actually never used it. That was my sad story with it. I never
Sometimes
used
it's like,
it.
you know, I'm just happy I have it.
Yeah.
If you know
That
what
and I just feel
mean.
like the minute I got it, I was like, oh, this is not my style at all. And then
Yeah.
I just never got
Fair.
a chance to use it. But
Fair.
incredible bag, I think, very, very.
It's part of your collection,
yeah,
though.
I actually gave it away as well.
Oh, you
I gave
did?
it to my
Her
baby
cousin.
cousin. I think if I'm not
Okay,
using
that's
it, it
sweet.
shouldn't just catch dust in
That's
my
fair.
closet. Like someone
That's
should
fair.
have it.
You've
yeah.
given it second life.
Yeah.
yeah,
Second
second
Yeah.
life.
But yeah, fair. So guys, that was another episode of On Set. Let us know if you have any campaigns or any brands that you find are worth talking about. Perhaps we can do another episode on case studies. So like, comment, and subscribe to CityFM89, and we'll see you next week for our final episode.
Bye bye.